Hello everyone, I am Fudge3004. I'd like to welcome you back to Ark. It's been a long time since I've done any Ark on my channel, for quite a while, a couple of years. And I just thought I would go into the new one. This is Ark Genesis Part 2. So this came out on June 3rd, and let's go ahead and go into host local, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can look at here. So I did play some of this a little bit. I just recently wiped out the save, and I did play it, so I know a little bit about it. I haven't done much. It is Ark. It's, you know, going to be just like Ark, but the map is actually really cool, and I would like to go over that with you as soon as we can get into the game. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the single player. I have no mods, as you can see. And I would like to also ask you, if you'd like to see more of other Arks, I have, you know, the free maps here, which are Crystal Isles. Valhalla is the one you can get. It's a self-made one. It's not sponsored by Ark at this point, but someday maybe it will be. Crystal Isles, Ragnarok, and the Center are, and of these three, probably these ones here, Ragnarok, Valguero, and Crystal Isles are my favorite. When I was doing Ark before, I did it on Aberration, and it was really tough, but I had a lot of fun. Probably of the original Arks, I would say that Extinction is my first favorite, and Scorched Earth is my second, and the Island is the third, and this one has been up there pretty high too. I don't know it quite yet, so I can't really give an honest opinion. I would avoid Genesis Part 1. It's good, it's okay, it's just super hard to do, and it's all simulation, and you have to teleport between biomes, and people really do not like it. And they listen to the new one, so you can just walk between biomes or go between biomes without, you know, doing it seamlessly. My next one is least favorite one will probably be Aberration, because it is so hard. I've never made it through anyway. So let's go ahead and get into this, and we'll start doing the single player thing. Alright, let's go ahead and get our character set up. So this is going to be the map, and you can ignore that. I'm going to remove that once we get into the game. I had played a little bit, like I said, and I marked where base is, but I'm going to go ahead and start getting things set up. Go to a female character. Let's make her skin about like that, maybe a little darker like that. Black hair, of course, and blue eyes. I'm going to leave all of this stuff alone. You can, you know, make your person, your sim or whatever look, you know, really funny. You can make them really tall or really short, or a combination thereof, so you can make them look really funny if you wanted to. I am not going to worry about any of that. So let's go ahead and get over here. I am going to start in cold water. I did some summer worth with my friend over the weekend, just after this came out. This is originally going to come out on June 2nd, but because of the certification, they had to delay it to the morning of June 3rd. So it is now out, and it is ready to go, and it's looking really good. I'm going to do cold water. And let's go ahead and name our character. I am going to go with Isabel. So we have that. And something to know, because I've already played this, I have a intro that's going to be between here and when we actually get into the game. I had to record it on my other computer, because once you start this, that intro will only be there once. So anybody's looking to do some recording of this, make sure you do not start this game before you get the intro recorded, because you will only be able to see it once. I would like to see it multiple times. I think it's cool if you can wipe out your save, and that intro will always be there, and you will see the intro. It is a little choppy because my other computer can't really handle it as well, because the video card is not as good as it could be. It's a 960, whereas this one is a 1660. Just want to get that out of the way. So when you see that, that is the thing going on. And you'll also see a little timer down here in this corner, because it gives you a bunch of extra points, like when you find the notes and all of that stuff. Just it will go away real quick, just so that you are aware, and I just thought that I would pass that your way. So let's go ahead and get into this. It will probably be maybe a slightly different area than the intro, just so you are aware, and let's go.
really got you good. No worries, just hang in there for a second. There. Good news. Your armor kept you mostly in one piece. So, quick update. This isn't a simulation. We're really on a ginormous spaceship. And the ship's being taken over by...
Now what are you two little gnats up to? This is to be mine.
Okay, time to get away from all these tentacles and prying eyes. This might feel a bit weird. Alrighty then. So, how do the humans put it? I've got some good news and some bad news. On the positive side, this colony ship is still operational. Rockwell hasn't completely taken over its control systems yet. The bad news is he's diligently working on doing just that. We need to head to the nearest uplink pad and interface with the ship's various subsystems. Through a virtualized representation of those control systems, we can challenge Rockwell's efforts. If we're able to do that to enough of the subsystems, then we might weaken him enough to confront Rockwell himself, or whatever's left of him, on the ship's main bridge. Yeah. It's a long shot, but if anyone can pull it off, it's you, Survivor. Well, let's get to it then, shall we?
Okay. Welcome back to Ark. This is Genesis Part 2. It is actually really, really good. I do enjoy it, and this is Helena, H-L-N-A, and she is one that came in at Genesis Part 1. You could get her skin early on in the aberration, and you could do stuff with her. She's a guide and all that kind of stuff. And I'd like to go over a few things. You saw the arm, and I'm going to go and scroll back out. This is the suit that we started on. Press K so you can look all around it. You can see what it looks like. This is the starting suit that you come up with. It is my understanding that there's people on the Steam forums that are not happy that you're starting in armor and all of that. I am actually quite happy that we do start off with the suit. And it makes it's not the best armor. It's actually fairly weak armor, but it's better than no armor at all, because usually you're kind of a little naked and afraid. How's that? So one thing with this suit is if you just jump, if you just press spacebar, you will just jump. If you shift, you will just run, of course, as usual. But if you double tap the spacebar, then you will jump quite a ways up, and if you'll shift, you have a jetpack. And I think that's pretty cool. So if you jump up, you can actually hit shift, and you can fly around, and I think that's pretty darned amazing. So that's what we're going to do for a little bit here. We're just going to fly around a little bit, land softly using the shift key. I'm not going to go over any of the stuff about gathering wood, stones, all of that. You know how to do this if you've ever played any survival game. Of course, some of the bushes are harder to get than others, but we are going to start gathering stuff to be able to make our first tools and everything else. And one thing to know is these small rocks, you cannot pick these up. You have to look for these larger ones, just so you are aware, because some people may not be aware of that, and that is just the way that it is. I am going to gather up some supplies, and then we're going to start looking around, and we're going to get into this and see if we can do anything here. Remember how I said I had that base on the map? I would like to show you how to do that and also take that off. So if you press M to bring up your map, obviously, then if you go to P, if you have that enabled as that, you can add a marker, and you can also remove markers. So to add a marker, you just look about where the longitude here and the latitude here, so longitude bottom, latitude top or side, and you can figure out where to mark things. And to remove, you just go to remove, Click on it, remove, and it is now gone, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So let's just go and cancel out of there, and let's press in, bring that back down, and now we'll start gathering. As you know from the Scorched Earth days, if you come to here, you automatically start with being able to make these two things. You have to gather the resources, obviously. And so you can just either press E or right click, craft one, or you can double click on it and it will make it. Inventory, let's put that on number 1. Okay, press 1 to bring it up, of course. And let's go around and see if we can find anything cool on this map. I have done a little bit here, not exactly what I would say a lot, so I really don't know the area very well. We gather a little bit of flint so we can begin making a few things. And just so you know, there are some trees and stuff you can walk through, so be aware of that. That's always something that's been in this game since pretty much the beginning. And sometimes you can also walk through some of the cliffs and stuff. As far as the ground goes, this is not a voxel game, as you know, so you won't be able to do any mining in the ground, only the surface rocks and all of that. Alright, let's see here. We did get a level. Let's go ahead and go to that. I have tabs set up as my inventory. It normally defaults to I. Let's go and do weight for sure, because we're going to need that, because I have no stacking mods. It's going to cost a lot to carry stuff. One of the nice things with this suit too is you can go underwater and you won't have to worry about breathing because it has its own self-contained oxygen. Try to keep that in mind if you do. And I would like to point out real quick before we get too terribly far into the game, that structure right over there, there are things, there's a area underneath that structure that it's a chamber and it goes all around, and you can end up way over there, or even like back over there. You can end up in a lot of places if you're not careful, and it's very dangerous. Don't go down there until you're really ready. My friend and I went down there not knowing what was down there. You can't get into that tower right there, but you can, you know, get on it and fly around it and all kinds of stuff like that. And this jetpack doesn't seem to run out like it does on Osiris New Dawn and other games like that. Alright, let's go see if we can... What the heck was that? Oh, it's a Pteranodon. Let's go see if we can go find some critters to defeat and or tame or something like that. And I'm probably going to try to build down by the water because we will need water. So I'm thinking maybe somewhere down over in this area or possibly over across the way. And I'm thinking maybe we can try to fly over there or even just figure out a way to get over there. No. One thing I did notice too when I was playing and with my friend too is there are all kinds of land bridges like that right there. And they're all over the place. There's probably 4 or 5 of them just in this area alone. And sometimes you'll hear heavy footsteps when you step over things. It's just the suit or something, I guess. I always look around to see if it's some sort of big dino, and it isn't. It's just the heavy footsteps of the suit. For whatever reason, it does that. Need to gather a few berries so we have something to eat, and maybe we can begin going and doing something, trying to get a base set up somewhere, and all of that. Let's get over here. Let's fly across here so you can see how I'm flying with my suit, and it's pretty cool. If I go down in the water, my oxygen is not going down at all, and that's really cool. I do like that. You can also jump right up out of the water. Then you switch to shift, and you can just fly. If you just hold on spacebar, you just go up. Of course, you can go forward also. You can land hard. It doesn't really seem to hurt anything if you land hard, so that's always a good thing too. We're now over here on this side, and I think that's pretty cool. This is one of the new creatures that was added into this Genesis Part 2. I don't believe they're in any other map. This is a text writer, and the only way you can tame them is by doing missions and stuff like that. And I think they have different colors on them, because I've seen like blue and green for their lights like that right there. So if you come up to them, they're robotic type things and need a mutagel to be able to initiate hacking, and you have to do missions as it says somewhere right here. See if I can find it. There we go. Mutagel 0 of 3, mission 0 of 4. And I think that's the only way that you can get them tamed. My friend and I were actually having a lot of fun. I hang out with him on Friday nights during the summer or Saturday nights or whenever I get over there. And we'll play all night long, and I won't end up getting home until in the wee early morning hours. You know, be there for 10 hours possibly playing Ark all night or other games, and we do have a lot of fun doing that. Wonder if maybe we could set up down here by the water. This is actually a really, really nice flat area. There's plenty of resources with wood and stone back there. Plenty of plants that we can we can gather like these, and of course get our food, because you always need food, as everybody knows. We got to keep ourselves alive. Let's go and eat a little bit before we get too hungry, and I have the defecate on Z. I think it normally goes to like add or something like that. I don't remember what it goes to. Alright, let's look around, see what we can find. As I said, be careful going down in there. Let me go and give you a quick show if I can do so safely. There are baby piranhas here, so I'm going to try to do this fairly quickly if I can. Let me fly over here. You can get up on here, as I said, and it's actually really cool. So underneath this, I don't believe that we can get up inside of it at all. We cannot. There is this chamber. And down there it is, yikes, it is very scary and very hard, and there's all kinds of stuff down there. It's really cool. I'd like to go over that sometime if we can. You can also use shift to fly in the water if you want to, which I think is actually a lot of fun. Let's just land right over here. Alright. I'm not too sure where we're going to start building at, but let's go look around and see what all we can find. These guys are so noisy. I was going to turn the music up for the battle music in case we need it, and I totally forgot, so I had to go into the settings and do that.
Another journal entry from the ship's database. Huh. I wonder who logged this one.
She will come up here and talk to you quite a lot from time to time, and I think that's pretty interesting. I have the level set to 0.5, and they're a little bit high, but I don't mind them a little bit high. It's kind of interesting. This is a mission that you can do. You can do it well, a mission place. So if you come into here, you can do all kinds of missions. And I don't know anything about them. There are a lot of missions, as you can tell. And if you do, you know, these, it'll say the mission does not take place in the Genesis simulation. Not all of them will say that, so just be aware of that. Hexagons are like coins that you can buy stuff, and you can go to your Helena character, wherever the heck she went to, and buy stuff through her. She's kind of like the store. Okay, this is what would give us the upgrade, not really upgrades, but if we go to here and we collect that, explore.
Another journal entry from the ship's database. Huh. I wonder who logged this one.
Don't know, but you can stop it, okay? If we get this, then we will have a bunch of extra bonus that we can really level up really fast with, and we will probably get that at some point in time here pretty soon. Our weight is actually up quite a ways. I really don't have that much stuff, but I do have enough that I'm weighing quite a bit, so I'm going to have to figure out how to drop a few things. Oh, to drop things, once you don't even have to highlight them if you want to drop them. You can just put your mouse on them and then press O. As you know, I play on PC. I don't do consoles very much at all, if any at all, because I just don't have any. I have talked about this before, and most people are aware of this. I think over here would be a good place, or even over here. I don't know if I want to be by that explorer note, but we always could do that. We could even build way out here in the water, huh? Let's go check that out. I don't know if I really do want to be over here in just this little strip of land, because it's going to be a little hard to build a decent-sized base on here. But again, we can always look around and try to find a really good place to set up at. This structure reminds me more of Extinction. Extinction has a lot of the metal type stuff in it, like from a broken world and all that. I think it's probably one of my favorite maps. I love Extinction. It's awesome, and I would really like to do it more, and I'd like to show you it too. It is so much fun. We do need to build by water, as you know, because we will need a lot of water if we're going to survive here on this ark. Let's plan on probably building back over there, I think, because there's plenty of resources. We can always go around the map and look around. I'm going to go gather some more wood, and we'll start setting up stuff, and I'll catch up to you as soon as we get some stuff done. In order for us to level up faster and get more stuff going, I think I am probably going to go ahead and read this Explorer note. These tell a story about what happened on the Ark, and if you start at the very beginning with the island and go through, you can find out a lot of stuff about the game, who certain people are, what they mean to the game, and everything else. There's Rockwell, who kind of controls everything. He developed the Ark, and he ends up trying to control everything according to the story that I've heard. I don't know much about it. I've never made it that far, and I would like to sometime actually get that far. Once you get this Explorer note, some of them you can just go close to. There you go. Just like that. Alright. So this shows you all kinds of cool stuff I didn't. Okay. Near dark, the girl was excited to show me something. She pried open one of her hidden doors and pressed her magic device against the machinery inside. I didn't follow what she tried to explain to me next. Nida said I was wired to connect to a sort of game she had made from my time in the Shadowland she called Genesis. Then she did something, and all at once I was on another world in a new body. There were no wheels overhead, only a setting sun scudded with clouds. I struggled to understand. Had I ever truly been in Nida's sky garden? I called to her, but instead heard the voice of the angel I'd met in Purgatory. The angel told me something important. Then I was yanked back into reality, if that was actually reality. Nida grinned at me and asked what I thought, and I got sick all over the canyon floor. Truly lovely. He threw up, man. Okay. These are different things. Explorer notes. You can see this is like the 5th one or whatever, and there's all kinds of stuff up here. I don't know what that is. Now you can see the timer with the little up arrow. And at the very, very beginning when I was talking about all that stuff, this will help us get levels really, really, really fast. But we got to go do stuff. So let's go try to build things. And I don't know if I really want to build. You know what, though? He's quite a ways away. But when these guys get close, it's a noisy clumping. Okay, let's go to V. I actually need to open up some more stuff. Let's go to Foundations, and let's get this open. We only have 12 points left. Let's go ahead and do a few things like this. Okay. You may hear a car that passed by my house just a minute ago, and that's what that sound was, if you happen to hear that. Let's go and start building a place here. How many of these can we build? We can build 4 of them. Let's go and craft all 4. This is going to help us level up quite fast, and that's always awesome. Okay, put those on number 8. Eat a little bit of food. 9. Z. Let out a little bit of a, bathroom break. And let's start getting our place ready here. Okay, he's in place. He's in place. We're just going to make a square for right now, and then we'll worry about doing a little bit of stuff later on. What I'm going to do is probably put a chest. I don't know if I'm going to put it on there, but I might put it over here by one of these rocks so that way we can expand our base without having to move the chest all the time. Let's go to V. Let's see if we can make a chest. We cannot because we need more thatch. I'm going to go gather thatch. Let's go see how many levels we have. We have 7 levels just by doing that little bit of stuff. Health, stamina, weight, fortitude, and weight. Since again I don't have any stacking mods, it's going to be a lot harder to be able to do stuff. Let's go and get a quick drink. We're now almost encumbered already. Got some plants while we're drinking. Wait, what was that? Hello, Trilobite. How are you doing there, buddy? They're good for oil and pearls and all kinds of other stuff. They also have chitin on them. Alright, let's come back over here to this rock. V, let's make a chest. Let's get right over to here. I'll put this chest right down next to here. If we get close to that place, it is going to constantly be saying, I wonder who left a note here, and all that stuff. Kind of a pain, to be quite honest. I'm going to go ahead and just slap that stuff in here by pressing T. We'll just put quite a bit of things in there, things that we don't need to be carrying at this present moment. Shift T to move half a stack at a time. We'll do something like that. Now we're going to be quite a ways underweight. And we could probably have several more levels of that, I am sure. Okay, let's do another weight. And let's go look around and see what we can find. These guys are really cool, but boy, they are noisy. They kind of remind me of a giraffe with lasers on them. I'd like to see about getting one at some time. Hey, no attacking me. You don't need to be attacking me, palsy, okay? Let's go gather some more flint. We need to make spears if we're going to do anything. Okay, get a little more thatch and a little more wood. Okay, V. Now let's go ahead and make at least 3 spears. You can type it in or you can just use arrows. And again, I'm going to put the spears on there, number 3. And let's go and see if when you're crafting you can't run, so just try to keep that in mind. Okay, now you can run if you're not over encumbered. Let's go see if we can get anything. Hey, Hesper. The one thing that I don't like about this is you can't really go up to the surface without jumping out of the water when you have your suit. And you could take it off, but then again you lose that protection also. Try to keep that in mind if you're doing this. Man, that's so fast. That's awesome. So you can actually get away from a lot of stuff. Level 6. Broke my spear. Let's get some hide. Organic polymer. Okay. Oh. Hi, buddy. How are you? Okay, what level are you? You're 67. You're level 11. Let's just go ahead and get some hide because we're going to need that if we're going to make any bedding or anything else like that. Goodbye. And we need the meat anyway. Alright. Don't want to go near there, that's for sure. You can see that that box is open. So that explorer note will not ever close again and will not ever respawn unless you wipe out the saves. Let's go ahead and put him in there. There, and let's go see. So we have 2 more levels. I'm going to do another weight, and let's go and do another health. Now, what I want to do, I made the foundation mainly because this is a one-time use, the hide sleeping bag, but if you use the bed, it is a multi-use. We have 113 Ingram points to use, so let's go and get that, and we're going to start getting this kind of stuff too. We can't get to it yet, but maybe we can get somewhat close, and let's just open up a few things. Oh good, the bola. Oh sweet, look, we can open up all kinds of stuff. How do you like that? We should go ahead and get this kind of stuff too. This is... Okay, cancel. What do we need? We probably need the club. And then cancel. Okay, we need something else. Let's... Aha, slingshot. That's what we need. That'll be good for knocking critters out so we can get them. There we go. Got that. Now, because we are moving up in levels quite quickly, we're already level 14, and that's awesome. Now, let's go see about making a bow and arrow. V. Let's make a bow. And we need more fiber to be able to make the arrows. I'm going to gather those. Let's go back to V. How many arrows can we make? We can make 97 arrows. Let's just go and start off with like 50. Alright, well those being made, we won't be able to run of course, but we can always fly. Or not. Yeah, because we can't jump. See. Let's go back here. Let's make a bed. B. E. We'll put a bed up on that foundation, and then we will go and see. Hopefully we can get something really good, like maybe a parasaur or something. Alright, let's go to tab, and let's put that on our bar. It'd be much easier to control from there. That way if we do make a mistake, it's easy to get out of. For the easiest way for me to put the bed down and know where it is lined up at is to press K. Where do we want? Do we want to have the bed? We can have it in the middle. That's fine. It isn't going to hurt anything. If you go to K, you can scroll way out and you can see exactly where it is lined up at. So it's a lot easier to really work with things. Okay. Then we'll go back to K. Now we have a bed. This is going to be our spawn point. And like I said, it's multi-use. As long as you have like a few minutes time each time between that you kick the bucket, then you'll be a-okay. Let's see. Can we make any bolas? How many of those can we make? We can make 4. Let's go and do that. What about slingshots? Right now we're missing... It's probably going to be... As soon as that gets done, I'll let you know. Let's go try to find a parasaur and see if we can get one of those guys tamed. I do like flying with this. I think the suit is amazing, and I don't really understand why people are so complaining about it, but I guess to each their own. There is another new creature that they added on here. I do like all the flowers and all of that. I think it's really pretty. Adds a real life look to it. There we go. He's 38. He's not going to be too hard to tame. We just need to get him trapped. And see if we can maybe get him a little ways away from these guys. So let's go to number 4. How many rocks do we have? We have 75 rocks. That should be more than enough. But we also need to see about this. How many? Okay, fibers. Let's drop that, and let's gather some more fibers. Because we're going to need that if we're going to knock him out. Otherwise, we got to punch him to... punch him out, and that's going to be a lot of work. V E K. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Parasaur, where are you? There you are. Let's put this guy on number 5. And we should have a nice level Parasaur once you get this guy all knocked out and done. This might take a little bit, so I'm going to work on knocking this guy out, and I'll come back once I have this guy hopefully knocked out and done. Well, instead of knocking him out, I took him out. Didn't really mean to, but oh well. That's okay. We will get one eventually. We kind of do need the hide anyway. We don't really need the meat, but we do need the hide. Alright, well, let's go looking around and let's go see if we can find another one somewhere. I'm going to work on that. We are now really, really close to this tower or tank that we looked underneath. And that's pretty cool. Let me go around and see if we can find something like that to tame. And these guys are just too hard to tame. The Triceratops, because, yeah, they will charge you and they will hurt you really, really bad. And they have a charging mechanic that was added. I think it was in Aberration or something like that. And they upgraded a lot of these guys. What level are you? You are 63. You'll take even longer to knock out. And Probably won't get you anytime soon. What are you? 24. We can do you. Let's go and get this guy knocked out, and we will get him. Oops. Darn it. Now we'll punch him. Okay, yay, got him. Has a bare sliver of health left. How do you like that? Okay, let's do T, get some weight off of us. We'll put some of those in there, put those and those. They really like the purple berries, the miho berries. These are tinto berries, and these are amber berries, and of course the blue ones are azle berries. Alright, we're gonna have a Parasaur. We're gonna have a Parasaur. He's going up 11 levels, so he'll be like 35. That's awesome. Oh, yay, we have a Dilo. Alright. Let's go ahead and see about this guy. He is level 9, not too terribly big, but that's okay. And we'll see if we can also get a Dino. That would be awesome. Was him chasing you, huh? This guy will probably tame up faster than that guy will. Alright, never mind. Alright, there's our Dilo. Sweet. Now we'll make these guys be on neutral. And now all I need to do is find out where our base is. So let's go and have these guys come back with us. And we will find our base wherever it is that we set up at. Got back here, turn them into stay here just by pressing U. If you do that, they will stay. If you press J, they will follow, so try to keep that in mind. If you only want one to follow, look at them and press T, and only one will follow, and Y will cause them to, that certain one that you're looking at to stay. When my friend and I were playing, we built an area where there was like 3 and 4 of these running around. Oh, it was so noisy. It was ridiculously noisy. They're kind of like Parasaur, kind of, you know, but more mechanical and more dangerous, I would think. So we now have our first base going. We have a little bit here. Let me work on getting some more foundations built and get some stuff in our chest. Okay, we don't have any levels yet, but we are getting really close to it. I should probably make a campfire somewhere. Maybe I can make the campfire right over here by this stuff, huh? Let's go and go to V. And let's... what do we need for a campfire? We need wood. 1 of 2. Well, we probably do have enough wood in here. Let's go and bake 5 over there. And let's build a campfire. That inventory, and then we'll cook up some food and have some good food to eat. Let's put that on number 8. I just like using in the hotbar because it seems better that way. If you have to back out of it, you don't have to try to go back into your inventory and do all that. Okay, go to inventory. Should probably go and get some wood. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna leave the wood in there. I'm gonna gather some, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's go get some meat going. We need to get some food on us, man. Let's go ahead and shift T that in there. We'll put all that in there, and we'll begin getting some good food going. I did notice that it looked like there was a few Dilos over here this way, and let's go and see about making a Dilo army if we can. Let's go get the Dilos. We can just use this, knock these bad boys out. Oh, look at Dimitridon. How do you like that, man? No, not this. This. Always low-level stuff. Alright. Let's just go and put a little bit on there. You don't want to attack these guys. These guys are normally passive, but once you attack them, they will come after you. They are meat eaters. Just don't go around hitting them. They are very dangerous. They're kind of slow, but they will hurt you really, really, really bad. As long as you're cool with them, they are cool with you. Alright, we should have a dude over there. Okay, cancel. There he is. Put you on neutral, and let's go find another one. A Dilo army is never really a bad thing. I'm gonna have you stay over there, and I'm gonna get you. You are one whole level higher. Can you believe that? Well, actually two, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and put a little bit of meat in there and get this guy tamed up. And then we'll head back. And we will begin exploring this map further as we go around, go to harder places, get bigger tames. And before we go, I do want to make a saddle for the Parasaur and maybe do a quick spin around here and see what the heck is going on around here. Alright, come here. Alright, we got this guy tamed. Put you both on neutral, and let's head back. So he's level 13. The heart above them means that they are male and female, and they are a lot stronger that way, and they will do a lot better fighting than just the non-hearted ones. It's called mate boosted. And you want to try to get animals that are mate boosted because they're a lot stronger and a lot more able to defend themselves better. Let's go get our food. And we'll go and do a little bit of exploring. First thing I have to do is I have to go to my engrams. Let's go ahead and level up again. We might as well go and do weight because we're going to need a lot of that. And let's go find the Parasaur Saddle. There that is. Probably going to need wood, but I don't know. Nope. Looks like we have everything that we need. Alright. 50 fiber, 80 hide, and 15 wood. Let's go and make this. You can't put saddles on these guys because you're just too darn small. It'll probably crush them. So when you're looking in your inventory of your creator, put it in that saddle slot. And now we can begin going around and doing stuff. Let's take a quick spin around this way. I just want to see what may be around here, and we can do a lot more with this guy. C will do this, which will scare off smaller predators like raptors and dilos and that. And if you right-click while you're riding him, he will send out a ping, and that means that he has detected an enemy, which is out here in the water, most likely piranhas. And you can do this as often as you want to, but as far as the yell goes, when you press C, there's a timer up in the upper right. And that timer means that you have to wait for that long before you can use the yell to scare critters. So let me know what you think about this. This is pretty awesome. If you've enjoyed this episode so far, give this video a like. Tell your friends about my channel and the good things going on here. Looks like there's a Bronto up here, which means there's going to be probably other bigger critters too. Another Parasaur. What level are you, buddy? Well, he's not going to let us get close to him for whatever reason. These guys are good at gathering wood and stuff like that. 55. And of course you have your little dog-like things, Lystrosaurus. They're interesting. There's lots of resources here, wood and stone and everything else, and apparently floating stone too. Alright, well we gotta go around, see a few things. We gotta meet some bigger critters. We probably should be careful going into other areas. But I do want to explore, and I want to see about getting some sort of flyer if we can at some point. So, let's head back to our little base. We've looked around a little bit, seen, oh, look at that, some more waterfalls over there. Some more of those little dilos running around. Don't know what they're doing. Probably running away from something. That's like an iguana thing, and if you get close to them, they get scared. Diplocalus. They get scared really easy and they'll run from you. And they're pretty interesting. This guy's a good swimmer. He really does good in the water. Not terribly fast, but fast enough. So if you want to take this guy for a swim, you can do that too. Let's get back to the base and we will wrap up this episode. But before we do, I noticed there's one of the creatures that I wanted to show you. Remember I was saying there was a new creature in the game? That would be this guy right here. This right here is a Maywing, as you can see by the name. Wild Maywing. They're a platypus, beaver thing. I'm not too sure. One of my friends says that they're really fun because they can fly and swim and everything else really fast. They can go really far, really quick. So we're going to look at getting one of those guys. I'm just going to have to look to see how to tame them and all of that kind of stuff. Alright, well, we are back by our base now. We have a Parasaur to get around with a lot quicker. So next time we'll be working on our base, trying to get this guy built a little bit better, maybe even get some wood open and stuff like that. Thank you for joining me here. This is Ark Survival Evolved. This is Genesis Part 2, which I would highly advise you to look at and really get into. Part 1, avoid. It's cool, but it's just way too hard. Thank you for joining me here. You have a good day, and we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.